All right, so today, AI, artificial intelligence, quite the hot topic nowadays. With the rise of Chat GPT, and of course, actually with OpenAI doing Sora AI, which I covered some time ago, where like this stuff is looking a little bit too close to reality, where it's almost hard to discern what's real and what's not. Of course, naturally, if you have a keen eye, you can detect some stuff, but this stuff is evolving so fast to the point where we're probably going to get like, I don't even know. Stuff's going to be so real. You're going to have to like be the one who made it to know if it's real or not. But alas, with the stuff though, with a lot of cool stuff happening, there's also a lot of misuse. And a big thing that happens is deepfakes. And deepfakes are essentially you're taking somebody's face and you're plastering onto like something else. And there's been a lot of deepfake scams. Of course, when it comes to scammers, doesn't matter who it is or what happens. Scammers are always going to find a way to scam people. They're always going to find a way to do new stuff. As a matter of fact, you know what a scam that I just learned of recently that I didn't even know about? Dude, so apparently when it comes to like accidents and stuff, at least where I live, it turns out that there are people who literally haul in tow trucks because they hear the and they get into the police radios, and then they pull up, they take your car and they impound it, and then they overcharge you for holding it. So I didn't know there was tow trucks scams. I never heard of that till today. Well, maybe like a few weeks ago, but you get the point. Like I did not know that was a scam because in my head, like it didn't really register, but it's just insane to me how far people will go just to make a buck. And these scammers make lots of money off this. Of course, we all know about the infamous Nigerian prince. My assets are frozen. Yada, yada, yada. I did this amount of money to unfreeze them. That one's a classic. But naturally, if these scams didn't work, they wouldn't exist. But, like I said, back to deepfakes. So the video we're actually going to get into is a bit of a wild one. And by being a wild, I mean like, yikes. But first things first, I actually want to give you guys a quick demonstration of how good, like, not how good, but also like how these can work and how people can get fooled by them. Because usually when it comes to these type of scams, you'll notice that people are naturally going to get a famous person or someone with a decent following. Doesn't matter what platform it is. If you have a following, you're already a target. And then they'll take that and use it to promote a product. Usually it's a product or a link or something along those lines. And then boom, they get your money. So here's some infamous ones of Mr. Beast and Joe Rogan getting clipped to hell. Not to hell, but they got deep faked into promoting some products. And as you know, Mr. Beast does a lot of giveaways. So naturally, when somebody sees, oh, he's doing a giveaway of I don't know, an iPhone 15, I'm gonna go and sign up. Naturally, but of course, not everyone is going to follow along with that. So here you guys go, and then we'll keep talking about our actual topic.
There's a category of supplements that are very interesting, work very well to increase testosterone by about 100 to 200 points.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product that's all over TikTok, if you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top. And that's because guys are figuring out that it literally is increasing size and making a difference down there.
It stimulates the testes, if you got those, to make more testosterone or estrogen.
If you're watching this video, you're one of the 10,000 lucky people who'll get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm doing the world's largest iPhone 15 giveaway. Click the link below to claim yours now.
So as you can see, it's pretty insane stuff. But again, that's not entirely the topic for today. I just want to show you guys a quick demonstration. But here is Michelle Jance, and she has, or Jance, I don't know how to say her name. And so we have her at about 230,000 subscribers on YouTube. So decent following, decent following going on here. And what ended up happening to her is that she got her likeness stolen, and it was to promote what's the best one? Basically promoting some Viagra, and not normal Viagra. I'm saying, for dysfunction of the plumbing, as my doctor would say. So that's what she was doing. So that's what she got stolen from. So naturally, it's a pretty big thing. And when it comes to AI and stuff like this, it's not really regulated. There's not much law around it. Of course, we're going to take a look at a few bills. Other than that, a bill takes a long time to process. We're going to get into that. I'm just going to say for now that we're going to go watch this clip because I think it's really important that we get, an idea of what we're working with. So let's get started.
So AI stole my likeness and created a deep fake ad of me promoting erectile dysfunction pills. Let's talk about it. This actually happened when I was on my honeymoon, so I was taking time offline. But now that I am back home and freshly out of the shower and just kind of sitting here waiting for my hair to dry, I figured I could just share the story time with you. I have videos that people had sent me of this ad. I'm going to show you one on my computer. I haven't seen the full thing. I think it was a couple minutes long, but the thing that feels the most violating about this is they pulled footage from by far the most vulnerable video I had ever posted on my channel, where I was sitting in my bedroom explaining very traumatic, difficult things that had gone through in the years prior. So this ad was me in my bedroom in my old apartment in Austin wearing my clothes talking about their pill. The only thing is it wasn't my voice. Sharing this little video clip with you probably isn't smart in terms of, giving them more attention, but I actually think it's super important to talk about because we are now entering this era of living our lives online to where we need to question everything we see because someone that could be in a video saying something to you, looks exactly like them, and it could be completely fabricated.
Yeah, she has a point. That's why I was showing you guys the deepfakes earlier, where people could get so creative to the point where people actually will sit down, edit the stuff, and sometimes making these edits does not take very long. Okay, sometimes programming or training an AI will not take a long time because AI is naturally, prone to learning and this and that. So that's really what it comes down to. But I find that's crazy though. Basically, a boner pill ad is what they used her for. Like, yikes! I can imagine that feels just. And also, I looked at the original video too, and basically, the stuff he was talking about was a pretty big moment. And as you know, she's like a vlogger and stuff, so she'll naturally share different kind of things, and it's up to people, of course. While it's out there and it's technically free for anyone to use, doesn't mean that you should use it. But of course, I'm assuming they took it because it had a nice background and just they could just put it quick overlays and this and that, and it was easy peasy and done. But god damn, I mean, wow, you're telling me that someone can just take a video and just be like, all right, we're just gonna overlap it and this and that, and I'm boom, sell it. Yeah, no, I personally don't understand. Wow. Oof, we haven't even watched the actual ad yet. And I couldn't really find the ad myself, but luckily she provided it for us. So let's go and see what the ad is all about.
Okay, I'm going to play a couple seconds of this ad, but do be warned. Obviously, there's mentions of sexual things, so.
Embarrassing moments. Michael spent years having a lot of difficulty maintaining an erection and having a very small...
Isn't that crazy? It is crazy. I honestly don't know how we as a society can be more discerning as to being able to tell what is real and what is fake, because it's going to continue to get more and more realistic and accurate over time. There's not a guidebook to us knowing what to believe. I guess we're just going to have to figure it out all together, but the internet is changing fast. I guess trust no one, believe nothing on the internet is just a motto to live by for a while.
Whew. Well, honestly, that was a lot to take in. But I'd actually like you guys to comment your thoughts about this whole AI deepfake stuff. Because, while I can only tell you so much and I can only give you so much perspective, I always like to hear from you guys, dear viewer. Be nice to look in and see what you guys think. But no, she's right. At this point, don't believe anything. Because if you start believing something, it could be just fake. Just like that. But, alas... That one's actually insane. But I've heard of this stuff happen beforehand. There was one situation with that one streamer. What's his face? What was it? Atriox? Something like that. And this guy. Oh boy. It's not really funny, but it's more ironic. But anyway, so he ended up getting caught of looking at deepfake prawn of some Twitch streamers that were around. Now, He might have said it was for research, but who knows? And the part that kills me is the only reason why he got caught, because he had the tab just barely open. But anyways, but yeah, no, that's what ends up happening. People will they take this stuff and place it on websites and all that, and sure, you can get a lawyer if you have the money, and then they start taking down and DMCAing all of this stuff. But eventually, someone's gonna take it again or re-upload it. So it's pretty insane to me that can happen. Just be very wary of that kind of stuff. But anyways, more. I actually want to talk about like the law and legislation around this kind of stuff, because AI is so new. It's still like fresh in terms of, and I mean new in terms of the law. Like, how is the law gonna handle it? And so I found that, at least particularly in the U.S., where at least this person is based in, there's not much laws around it. I took a look at a couple of bills, so I'm just gonna look at one from California. There's one also from New York as well, and one from Texas. And so if you look at the New York bill first, it just says that an act to amend the penal law in relation to unlawful dissemination or publication of intimate images created by digitization of sexually explicit depictions of an individual, and to repeal certain provisions of such law relating thereto. This legislation will make it unlawful to disseminate or publicize intimate images created by digitization. So this one is specifically focusing on like the more prawn-ish aspect of it, or like the more, I guess, I don't want to say OnlyFans, but yeah, just prawn in general. That's more what this one's going to be focusing on, because that's the one that could be the most damaging. Because as you know, your stuff ever gets like put out on the internet, oh boy, it's literally there forever. And even if you didn't put it out there and somebody makes it of you, it's just wild. And of course, naturally, there's also another one where it talks about the state of California. This one says a private action for general or special damages as defined in Section 48A lies against a person who intentionally distributes by any means a photograph, film, videotape, recording, or other reproduction another without the person's consent that exposes an intimate body part of the other person or shows the other person engaged in active oral copulation, sodomy, or any other acts of the following circumstances. God damn, I'm gonna have to mute a bunch of those words. Sheesh. Oh, right. I mean, it's rather graphic, but that's essentially what it's saying. And then the one in Texas, I believe, if I go pull it out real quick, where is this one? And it just says here that with the rapid expansion of artificial intelligence technologies now being used to intentionally deceive and cause harm to others, utilizing artificial intelligence and computer software to create deepfake prawn has become concerning to many. Deepfake prawn is when the likeness of one person is digitally altered to look like someone else and inserted into video in which conduct or intimate parts are exposed. Anyways, point is, if you look in the section by section analysis of the penal code, it says provides the person commits without the effective consent of the person appearing to be depicted. The person knowingly produces or distributes by electronic means a deepfake video that appears to depict the person with the person's intimate parts exposed or engaged in sexual conduct. Anyways, these will all be posted down below if you want to read it, and I can also show you the article where I got these bills from. That helps me look more at it. And while this stuff is a bit older, just keep in mind that bills take a very, very, very long time to get rolling. So, and in terms of the law, the stuff is getting cracked down on pretty fast, but naturally, of course, like I said, it's going to take a while. And I don't know if this particular video would also qualify under this act. I'm pretty sure it would be, just because, well, in a loophole-y way. But I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know laws. Okay, I should probably preface that I don't know laws, but just going off of an assumption, and I believe because it's talking about, plumbing dysfunction, that's what I believe. That I personally believe it would go that way. But what I believe is not exactly the law, so I'm just gonna say that real quick. And oh my god, let me open that. And of course, if you do like a side-by-side comparison of the original video, which someone thankfully pulled up already, it's literally the exact same room, almost the exact same room. And I even have the original video open. It's the exact same room. Like, it's literally the exact same room. The only difference, at least maybe because of the lighting, at least on the whatever the person was showing, is that the difference is that it's much brighter, and they just upscaled it, and they just changed they matched the lip flaps or whatever, or they defaked it, whatever they had to do, whatever Anthony did, they did that. It's literally the exact same background. They didn't even try. And apparently the ad was even 2 minutes long. So you can imagine how insane that is. But honestly, with like the rise of especially like misinformation and this and that, you have to just know where your sources are coming from. You just have to be like, at the end of the day, when you look at this stuff, you have to be like, well, I'm just not gonna follow along. Like, unless you triple check and you look into like these stuff, because naturally when someone promotes a product, there's gonna be like a website or something, especially with somebody with a massive following, or at least a decent following, there's gonna be some exposure to the product that they're promoting. And since you have crypto stuff, you have people themselves linking the crypto. But in case of a video like this, I'm sure someone who's a bit more naive will just look at it and be like, okay, well, I kind of need this YouTuber's kind of selling this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy some plumbing dysfunction pills or whatever. And especially with that, who knows what kind of people are like, you know, lurking in the shadow looking to take your likeness. Hell, even this voiceover could probably get taken. Not that I'm famous, but you get the point. People will do anything for a buck. And hell, I even show you guys a side-by-side comparison just like to really emphasize what I'm talking about. And it's like, it's this. Like, this is really what I'm going on about. It's the same room. Woo-wee. But yeah. Whew. I don't know what else to say about this topic. It's a lot to take in, especially with how fast it's growing. And eventually, with these AI videos, who knows, someone can find a way to make some real nefarious stuff. And hopefully what's going to happen is that the laws really crack down on this stuff like immediately, which it seems like it's going on, which is not bad. But as Tech said, these bills take forever to get enacted. But yeah, no, people need to really crack down on this stuff because it's only going to get worse. And the sad part is that it only takes a few bad apples to, you know, ruin the rest of the bunch. So while AI is good and innovative and you can see what people can do with it, you can also see the other end of the spectrum where it's like, okay, this actually is very harmful. Or sorry, this can be very harmful. Because simply put, the AI is a tool, but the tool can be used in the right hands really well or in the wrong hands, like wrongly. If that made sense. But no, guys, every time I check AI, like every couple of months, I see some craziness with it and it just gets more and more insane. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff all around. But alas, that's all I have for you guys today. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description below. With that being said, that's enough out of me for today. Ciao for now. And actually, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I said if I make sure you subscribe anyway.